In the Haredi world, the army doesn't exist. It's not as if their neighbors, their brothers, their fathers, their cousins are in the army. None of them are in the army, essentially. And going to the army is something foreign, something strange, unusual, something reprehensible. And that has been drummed into a young Haredi man since he was in Cheder, since he was 3 years old. To come to such a young man when he's 18 or 19 or 20 and tell him, here's at Tzav Giyus, go off to Rehov Yudah Maccabi number 5 to tell them that you're ready to go to the army, he doesn't understand what you're talking about. It's as if you handed him some notification that NASA wishes to enlist him in the space program. It has nothing to do with him. It's completely off his radar screen. It has nothing to do. What's that got to do with me? I'm a Jew. You're a Zionist. You're a secularist. You don't believe in the Torah. We were taught that you're all evil and asur litchabel rasha, which is true, and has therefore is completely a non-issue. That cannot be changed by legislation. You cannot legislate a new culture, a new orientation, a new outlook on the world. It doesn't work that way. That's a process. That's why there is, in my view, no chance that any law that may or may not be passed will result in large-scale uptake from the Haredi world into the army. I just don't think it will happen. Practically, what would I recommend? Again, it's not a question of whether Talmidei Chachamim are pturim migiyus. There's no such halacha. We've discussed that. We've proved that. It's a question of recognizing the sociological, psychological, ideological realities involved. And again, in the Haredi world, the army is it's not part of life. It's not part of Jewish existence. And in fact, it's something to be shunned. Now, there have been suggestions that Israel needs to set up a Mishmar Le'umi, a national guard, something similar to what they have in the United States, has to do with internal security, etc. And we all know how sorely that is needed. After all, we only have about, I don't know what the exact figure is, 2 million Amalekim living in our midst, if not more, and the need is very great. That's within the so-called Green Line, not to mention others. The need for a Mishmar Lomi is absolutely plain for all to see. It's also equally true that the Erev Rav, the Rashaim, the deep state, the heads of the security establishment, who by and large are Rashaim, have successfully torpedoed this idea to date, and therefore it's gone nowhere, and I don't think it's likely to go anywhere in the near future. But that's what we do need, and it would be, I think, possible to get large numbers of Haredim to join such a Mishmar Lomi, which would be a separate organization, and it could be organized on a communal basis. In other words, you'd have the Mishmar Lomi from Bnei Brak, you'd have the people serving the Mishmar Lomi in Bnei Brak, and the people serving the Mishmar Lomi in Petach Tikva, or wherever it may be. Because the idea is to, first of all, protect your own local community and area. That's the idea. And it's a necessary idea, as we all know, as we all see. It's been discussed for years, but nothing has come of it to date for many reasons. That would, however, be a reasonable and necessary development, and to get considerable numbers of Haredim to join such a thing, I think, might be possible, if it were done in the right way. And then too, you would have many who would refuse, I have no doubt. But at least some Haredim understand, that if there had not been other Jews, not Haredim, who had stopped the Nukhbot in their tracks on Shmini Aseret Tolshin Peidared on the 7th of October 2023, then they may have reached Bnei Brak as well. Correct? who's to stop them? If no one's there to stop them, then they won't stop. And maybe it's only that fear that would motivate them. But nevertheless, I think that's something that could be discussed, and that is more practical and within the realm of possibility.